grinding. Haters wanna hate, let them hate, never mind them. Be more bins, tryna reach the next plateau. And I can't stop till I achieve my goals. Keep a couple feet inside the photos. So official with the vibe, you can kick up my zone. Hold on for a minute, let me count mine. You know.
What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Damian Cryer, and I am back with another freaking video. Before I get this video started, man, I want to say thank you all who recently subscribed to the Cryer family. And for the people who recently subscribed to the family, man, I want to say welcome to the family, man. Also, you guys been asking me to start a TikTok. I didn't want to mess with that because all the controversy over TikTok with them being banned, with decisions being made. I decided to heck with it. Go ahead and start a TikTok page. My TikTok page is called The Real Cryer Family. Make no mistake, you go on TikTok and type in my name, there are probably 25 profiles. They're all fake pages that's using my content. Those videos and channels will be coming down off of TikTok soon, but the real one is The Real Cryer Family. That's me over on TikTok. I just started uploading videos this week over there, guys. I just like to ask that you go on over there and follow me right now. Enjoy some of the content that your boy is going to be uploading over there. So anyway, I won't make this a very, very long video, but I want to say this right here. It could be overlooked for a lot of people, man. It could be.
Sounds like this is one of the most powerful hurricanes in recorded history.
Yeah, it's certainly in the upper echelon of strongest hurricanes we've ever seen in the Atlantic Basin. Sort of definitely in the top 10 in terms of pressure. There have only been 5 storms that have had the pressure go below 900 millibars before we had Milton do that yesterday. But it's just, again, you don't want people to get too hung up on the category or the pressure or the peak winds. Just think about the impacts, the surge, the winds, the life-threatening flooding potential. This has the potential to be one of the most impactful hurricanes we've ever seen for West Central Florida through this I-4 corridor from.
You know, you guys see what's going on down in Florida with this hurricane that's coming. Supposed to be making landfall, I guess, sometime between tonight, tomorrow morning, and tomorrow afternoon. A lot of lives are at stake. From what I'm reading and some of the articles that I've been reading on the internet all day, they said this is the largest hurricane in over 100 plus years. I don't know if you guys really understood what I just said. The largest hurricane to hit landfall in over 100 plus years. That means this is something that we've never experienced before in our lifetime. You guys watching this video, y'all haven't experienced this in your lifetime. Over 100 and something years, none of you guys watching this video is over 100 and something years old. And I can just about guarantee that. So this is pretty serious. You know, we don't know what to expect. But some of the weird stuff that I've been hearing about, some people on multiple platforms that I've been watching, as far as like live feeds, the big news outlets that's picking up the story, there's a lot of people in the comments that's saying that they believe that a lot of stuff that's going on in today's world, like these crazy hurricanes and storm disasters, they saying that a lot of this is man-made to get like money for like rebuilding and money for different sectors and stuff like that. I'm not for sure if you guys believe that. I don't know if I believe it, but I do believe that human does have a lot to do with the way that the world is when it comes to certain things like climate change. You guys notice that winter is not like what winter used to be. When I was growing up, 12, 13 years old, during the winter months, we looked forward to the winter months because we used to go out with shovels to our neighbor's house, shovel their cars out the driveway, shovel their mailboxes out, and we used to make a lot of money during a couple months of winter. Now, winter, like it lasts for maybe a week, man. And I don't mean like the cold, but I'm saying like the total winter itself as far as snow. You rarely even see snow anymore. Now, winter season is always cold for those few months like it's supposed to be. But how many white Christmases do you guys remember? I can't really remember a white Christmas. Now, I'm not saying that I never had any white Christmases, but in my adult age, I cannot remember a whole lot of white Christmases. You hardly even see snow anymore. So that's why I said I'm not inclined to believe everything that people say when they say that this was created by man. But I do believe some of the stuff that's going on was created by man. I do. So you guys leave me your comments and thoughts on that in the comment section down below. I'm making this video because, you know, I've been in a hurricane before, as you guys know, since I've actually been in Houston. As a matter of fact, just this year right here in 2024, since I've been inside this new home, I have experienced the raft or after effects of a hurricane hitting Texas, the Houston area mainly. We lost power outages for days. We had power lines down, trees in the middle of the road. We had fences in areas that we shouldn't have a fence at. We've seen trampolines that was in people's privacy backyard with a privacy fence around it, laying out in the middle of the road. And so we have seen the raft of hurricanes. And I think the ones that we experienced was nowhere near the one that's gonna hit Florida. I don't know if this one is called, I think it's Hurricane Milton. I don't want to say the wrong name, but the reason why I'm making this video once again is because, like, you know, prayers for the people out there in Florida. I do have a large following out there in Florida. I have a lot of people out there in Florida who comments on my videos. People who live in Florida always ask me when I'm coming back to Florida, because I was there a while back. You guys remember I got sick out there a while back, like a few years ago. But it's about to be really crazy, man, because they said a lot of people, millions of people, have started to evacuate the state. But there's also a lot of people who decided to stick around. There's a guy on TikTok I've been watching. I can't think of his name right off the top, but he decided to stay. He's a boat owner. Some of you guys may know who I'm talking about, this guy on TikTok. He's a boat owner. He says that the safest way to survive a hurricane, he said all the water is going to come into land. So he decided to stay on the boat with his girlfriend, his family, or whatever, to stay on the boat. He said the safest place to be is on a boat, because if the water rises 100 feet into the air, you're on a boat 100 feet in the air. Versus if the water was to rise 100 feet in the air on land, that could be really catastrophic. What he's saying, it does kind of make sense, but in a way it don't make sense, because the boat can capsize. I don't care what type of boat he has, it's going to capsize, potentially tip over, and you can still be killed by that water surge if you're not killed by the storm surge and like the debris from everything in the water that's bumping up against you and smack you in the face. But I just want to say prayers to all those people out there in Florida, man. It's real. Times are changing out here. You never know what tomorrow is going to bring. Again, I said I've been in hurricanes before right here in Houston, where I was literally in my bed with the televisions off. I listened to the sounds come through here. It sounded like a tornado, like a freight train was coming through. It was crazy. I had never experienced anything like it. And I'm from the Midwest. I'm from Indiana. And we experience heavy rain and storms like that, but we never experienced anything like what I've experienced down here. So I could not imagine what the people in Florida is going through, especially the people who decided to stick around. We knows what happens during hurricanes. A lot of looting goes on. People are leaving their homes, their estates, and it's going to leave them open to vandalism, to people breaking into homes, stealing whatever they can, valuables. But for the most part, you have a lot of people that's going to just stick around and who just decided to just pray. And they're not going to do anything else about it but pray. So comment down below if you think that the people who decide to stick around with their family, their small children, do you think that they should do more about their situation, or do you think that they should solely lean on prayer? I believe in prayer. I'm a praying man. I pray every day. As a matter of fact, I pray a couple times a day. I pray when I go to bed. I pray before I eat, and I most definitely pray before I go to bed. But even if I was going to just leave it all in prayer, when you know that a storm is coming, and it's going to be the most deadliest storm that's hit the earth in over 100 years, even if I was going to keep my faith in prayer, I would still be trying to take some extra measures as far as like trying to protect my family, especially my children. For instance, what I would do if I was one of those family members, if the adult chose to stay, If the adult parties, the mom and the dad, decided to stay in prayer, I think if they have relatives that's leaving the state, fleeing the state for cover, I think that they should let them take the minor children with them. I think that's the more mature decision to take. You know, comment down below what you guys would do in that situation. We know what happens during a hurricane. You always hear that they found this many people dead, this many people dead because of the water surges coming in so fast. A lot of times they don't find those people alive at the end of the day. Sometimes they never find them alive. Another video I watched where the surgers coming in and the guys was standing in the street where the water had took over the street. They said that they felt like little fish nibbling on their foot toes and stuff. And it was real because you could actually see the fish in the water. They weren't that big, like small little fish, little bait fish, but you can see them in the water just swimming around. So all I'm saying, this right here, you know, people need to make better decisions, man. Because after today, based off of the decision that thousands, hundreds of thousands of people have made, after today, some of those people will not be here any longer. So I will say, Crier family, let's keep those people uplifted in prayers. Pray for Florida and the other people, the other countries and states and cities around the world that's going through something crazy, because this could be really, really devastating. Not only will it impact Florida, the aftermath of it is going to impact all of us. I seen another article today where because of a war that's going on in another country that we help fund, yes, that we help fund, gas prices is about to go back up, oil prices is about to skyrocket because of a war that's going on that has nothing to do with us. So it's a lot of crazy stuff. I've been like, even though that I do YouTube videos and I do content creations for a living and I do videos for money and stuff, you know, it's a really, really good hustle. But at the end of the day, when I sit back, I don't just watch YouTube videos. I sit back and I watch real life stuff that's going on. Because what you see on YouTube is just what it is, you know, and you have to look at stuff that's outside of YouTube that's going on, like the reality of what's really going on in the world with the way that people dying, all of the accidents, and like, it's just so much crazy stuff. And now we got these crazy hurricanes and crazy tornadoes coming. And some of these levels, category 5s, category 6s, and all that stuff. That's stuff, man, that we never heard of when I was growing up. Now it's the new normal. And something like that should not be the new normal. Something like that, we as people, we should just be accepting it, man. We should be speaking up about it. You know, we know that it's a lot of lives that's about to be lost. And I don't say that with the hope that it happens. I'm saying that with the reality of it, because when you say the words, the worst hurricane in 100+ years, you can't help but to think that something bad is going to happen. You know, I think if I was one of the parents down there in Florida right now, because right now Florida is in the shambles. The highways is packed jam. You imagine how the highways look when you get off work in 5 o'clock traffic. Evening traffic is crazy. Imagine millions of people trying to get out of the city. You know, I couldn't imagine traffic jams, car accidents. It's pure chaos down there. And actually, before I started this video, I was actually looking at some videos on YouTube that was pertaining to the storm itself. And it's pretty bad. It's pretty bad. They're already talking about the loss of life is going to be unprecedented. That's what one of their news outlets said. They said the loss of life during this hurricane that's going to make landfall is going to be unprecedented. When they use the words like unprecedented, and they use words like category 5, 6, and 7, and they use words like the biggest hurricane in 100+ years to hit the earth, I don't know about y'all, but that terrifies me, you know. So here's a live I'm watching right now. It's called Tracking Milton Live, Florida Braces for Hurricane. I'm gonna sit there play.
Don't even think about it.
First thing we got was an ad, so let's let the ad play. Okay, they're on a break right now. Let's see what the people in the chat are saying. They're talking about, see, as I read these chats too, guys, they're saying some of the craziest stuff in these chats, man. Someone in the chat said, I hope the hot tooth girl got out of there alive. I don't know if y'all know who the hot tooth girl is. Everybody know who that is. That's the girl who went viral for going hot tooth. The world's changing, man. It's over with for us. You go viral for saying hot tooth. Some people in the comments on some of these lives on these social media outlets is crazy. People saying, let's see here. Somebody said, American beer, let's mix it with German brew and party all night. This is some of the stuff that's going on around the world right now during the chats about the hurricane. Let's see what else somebody said. These chats, there's like 100,000 people in this chat, man, so it's going fast. They're talking about Donald Trump has paper towels with his face on them. Someone says, pretend the sign language lady is drunk at a loud bar trying to order a drink from the bartender. Someone said, this lady throwing crazy gang signs. What set is that? All of this they're talking about while this is going on, the chats that's going on surrounding this crazy hurricane that's about to make landfall. People just don't care, man. People don't care unless it affects them. But see, I said earlier in this video, I feel like that it's going to affect us in ways that we won't even expect. It's not what's going to happen during the hurricane in Florida. It's going to be what's going to happen during the aftermath, which means that the food supplies out there are going to be crazy low. The water supplies is going to be crazy low. The gas out there is going to be crazy high. If they have any gas, we know that they're not going to have any power. They probably got 100,000 power trucks that's going to be headed there after tomorrow. The power trucks are not going to go there during the hurricane. They're going to wait till all the smoke clears before they send their people in and not put their lives at risk, man. But anyway, you guys comment down below what you guys think of this. I hope I didn't say Hurricane Beryl. If I did, I apologize. I mean Hurricane Milton. You guys comment what you think of this hurricane in the comment section down below. Let me know if you think that this is going to be the worst one in history. One outlet said that this is going to be the worst hurricane that the planet has ever experienced. I don't know. I only been around for 54 years, so I don't know if this is the worst hurricane the planet has ever experienced. But you comment down below what you think of the people who decide to stay around with their children and just want to just go ahead and just pray about the situation instead of leaving. Would you just send your kids with relatives who were fleeing the state, or would you have kept your kids with you? I know most parents, especially moms, would want their children to be with them. But I also know that there's moms out there and dads out there who will want their children to be safe. The parents will stay behind, but the children, if there's an if opportunity opens up for the children to be able to be led to safety, would you guys let your children go, or would you let your kids stay with you? But anyway, that's gonna pretty much be the end of this video. It's a lot of crazy stuff going on out here, man. It's about to get 10 times worse after tonight. It's real out here, man. People making a laugh and joke about it, but this is not a laugh and joke. This is a serious situation, man. But anyway, prayers to the people down there in Florida. If any of y'all happen to run across this video, just know that we praying for y'all over here on the Crier family, man. Praying for y'all safety, man, that y'all can get back home safe and get back to y'all normal lives after this is over with. Pray for the well-being of everyone who's involved in this catastrophic storm. Anyway, I love you guys, man. Don't forget, go follow your boy on TikTok right now. The Real Crier Family on TikTok. I love you all. Appreciate you all. And I'm out. Peace.